Nice. Cool.
All right.
God, you have such a better clap than me.
I have no idea how.
You're just so like, I don't know, like, I don't know, man.
I can clap those hands.
Oh man, you got the clap. Yo, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to episode 5 of, the Sir Brant game that we are playing. I'm too lazy to actually say the full name of it. I don't even think I remember the full name of it.
I just know Sir Brant, and that's all I know of
Yeah.
the actual title. We named him Brent, so Sir Brant.
Pretty much, right? Like, I think it's like the life and suffering of Sir Brant, I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's that. But anyways, welcome to episode 5. As you can see, we died again. And after some discussion, we have decided we're going to go with cause. Your life's work shapes the world, and thus you influence the great law itself. Which I think that best encaptures our characters' beliefs and stuff. Either that or against the law, but like that we decided. What'd you say, Brent? Like more against the law of the Empire?
We're against the law of the Empire and how it's working, and not against God's law. So,
yes,
because we get revived, and even when we die. So I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay if you want to revive me. If you just want to keep reviving me, like I'm totally down with that. But the Empire sucks, so.
Yeah.
Brent, I believe you were starting this off because technically we made a choice.
Okay. The blade flashes. The younger sword slashes through the air. That's weird. The younger's sword.
5 seconds in and we're already nitpicking the sentences.
I'm trying to make sense of this sentence. Is this the young?
I think that's referring to this guy. The younger is like he's referred to as like the younger, right? Like, but then it's his sword, so it's like the younger's sword.
So it's a name.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The younger's sword slashes. That's what I was confused on. Is it a name or is it what? Through the air above your head. You do not yet deserve your final punishment. The law demands that you continue your life. Your form has not been completely destroyed, nor has it of the world. The younger extends his gigantic hand and shows you the way. No, don't do it. You might.
What?
I didn't do it. The way.
Oh my god. Do you know the way? There you go. There you go.
You must proceed.
That's such a dated meme. I wasn't even thinking that. Oh my god, Brent, you're old.
It's like a year and a bit.
Dude.
It's like 13 months.
Anything that's over a year it's dated. Anything over like a month is like dated.
It's my VR experience.
Well, that's fair. There's a lot of that in VR.
Yeah. The path leads you to the top of the crown of the silver. The reason why I said no, don't, was because of how old it was. Crown of silver tree, spread wide in the white gleam. The branches are close now. It is time to descend. You are drawn downward into darkness, and the shadows that have disappeared in the blinding. Shadows that have disappeared in the blinding glow creep around you and envelop you. This is to be expected.
Oh, you mean envelope you? Haha. God, English is such a shitty language.
But the purity and clarity of the spirit are still with you. Something is forcing your throat open. Air. That was a weird pause that I needed to do.
That's amazing. Something is forcing your throat open. Air.
It scratches you on the inside. Your soul is filled with struggle again, and with contradictions from which the fabric of this world and you yourself are woven. The divine light that gave you the clarity is fading away with each passing moment. You have to open your eyes. Above you is the dark ceiling of the crypt. You are reborn.
Aha, yes. Do you think if we die, like, our 4th time, do you think we can call Yu-Gi-Oh! To use a monster reborn on us? I mean, sure, we'll have to come back as a monster, but, like, it should
But,
be
you know,
fine.
being a dark magician in these dark ages would be
Oh,
great.
hell yeah, dude. We'll fit right in.
Then you can feel it again. You sense your body, head, arms, and legs. The light fades around you, obedient before the will that is stronger than you. You return to the world, such the law of the twins. You will return to the world until the time of your true death. And in this world you have the body with which to feel pain and suffering and pleasure. You smell a sickly moist odor. You open your eyes and see figures of your mother and father in the gloom of the family crypt, speaking to each other quietly. They stop as soon as they hear you gasp. Mother runs to you and looks in an embrace as father wraps you in his cloak. Neither of them says a word, and they lead you out of the surface and back home. Okay. You've met a terrible end, my son. You were trampled by those horses. Don't be so careless ever again. The lives you were granted to by the twin gods are not to be wasted so recklessly. You would be punished for this, but the twins have already meted out their punishment. You tremble, your steps unsteady as you learn how to move again. Your body is eerily smooth, fresh, and renewed. Even the recent scars and scratches are all gone. The punch in his head, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, his temple, I should say. Are all gone, but there is something new on it. A fresh black mark. A reminder of your lesser death beneath those hooves.
That was not the voice I wanted to do. I can't remember her voice.
Gotta remember.
I don't
remember it, actually.
I don't remember any of these characters. Remember that by the twins' mercy, we are all given enough time in this world. Should you die before your time, you will be brought back by their grace. For 3 times they will rescue you from a terrible fate, but the 4th death is true and final for all. Every loss of a life we were granted at our birth is a heavy blow to us, but the gods told us not to mourn a lesser death, and so we will humbly accept this and move on. See, your body has been born anew, with all your wounds healed. Do not mourn the loss of life, my son, but thank the twin gods for their justice. Do not speak of this, and do not ever play by the road again if you wish to keep on living.
So we got a. So when do we get a 1-up? Because you started with Mario with 3 lives, right?
I mean, that's the thing, right? I think it's about time we get a 1-up, right? Jeez Louise.
There's multiple ways to say a life or a 1-up. How would you normally say? I guess I'd say 1-up more.
It depends the game and the context that I'm using. I feel like I only really use 1-up if it's referring to Mario, but I would say like an extra life or something.
Oh yeah.
I
guess I would say that extra life for the different type of games. I guess extra life as in Pac-Man or Galaga.
Yeah. Or you could refer it to as a 1-man. I've heard that before too, yeah.
A 1-man, and I guess an extra life as in Sonic the Hedgehog as well.
Yeah.
Anyways, you cautiously go back outside the next day. Children from all the neighborhood surround you. They all saw you get trampled, and now they all ask you the same question. What was it like to die? Thomas rescues you from the pestering. He pushes the motley crew aside, hugs you, and pats you on the back.
Look at you, buddy. You gave an entire life to keep a girl safe.
Then you see Sophia. She is standing nearby, shyly working up the courage to walk over to you. Soon she finally approaches you and begins speaking rapidly.
Brante, why did you throw yourself in front of those horses? My life isn't worth any more than yours, so why did you think that? You weren't supposed to die there. It was all those riders' fault. They deserve to die, not you.
But I got all those sweet bonuses.
Oh, dude, so many sweet bonuses. Look at all these sweet bonuses.
Bo-bo-bo-do. Her voice rises to a shriek. To a shriek. She suddenly stops and runs back home. You stay where you are, watching her run, the golden rays of the sun dancing in her braided hair.
Nice, dude. Nobility. We're slow in our ingenuity. We are, yeah.
So we get one more death and then a permadeath.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. We can do this, man. We can survive until at least maybe the next chapter. You saved the local girl named Sophia from lesser death.
So this game works on each life. 0 is a life.
Yes.
And where some games, when you get to 0, it's the end.
Yes. Super Mario Maker switched it up because 0 used to count as a life, I'm pretty sure. And in Mario Maker, 0 does not count as a life.
Oh, okay.
It's
I know
strange.
that the original Mario. Oh, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure 0 has counted for a life.
Sonic counts as a life. 0 counts as a life.
Yeah, sure. I remember like Mario Sunshine.
It was like the earlier games.
Yeah.
A lot of the earlier games flip-flopped on whether or not it did.
Yeah.
So I don't know which games were like.
Yeah, what? Because it makes sense to have like 0 be like, oh, like when you have 0 lives left, it's like, okay, you're on your last life, right? Yeah. So yeah, but then when it's 1 up there, it kind of makes it seem like, oh, I've got this life and I've got 1 more life, but then you die and it's like, oh, that was my last life.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like to see 0 count as a life.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense to me. It's like, oh, you have no more in reserve. Look, this is your last chance.
Yeah.
No chances left. That's the way I see it. Anyways, Sophia disappeared after the terrible incident with the horses. Her friends gossiped that her parents sent her off to serve a rich noble dynasty. You haven't seen each other since that day, but you still remember Sophia's eyes, the sunlight shining in them. But no matter what, life goes on. You are 10 years old now, your studies continue, and you are learning more about the land that you live in. Anazote is an ancient city in the imperial province in the name of Magra. By the name of Magra, all soil in Magra is turned to ashes eons. I don't want to say that word again. Ago, scorched by magic during the rebellion of the Duke Char Milakudis. The magical arts are all but gone now, but the scorched earth has remained buried and fertile ever since. So this takes place in the future, in a new year.
Yes.
In a new set of years.
Yeah.
Since then, the entire province has been laid barren, tormented by cold and scorching winds of equal measure, with a few precious plants taking root on their own. All fertile land in Magra is bought elsewhere and brought here by an endless caravan of carts and carriages. To pay for food and soil, the cities of Magra became skilled in many trades, primarily mining and digging for metals and stone. Last fall, there was an explosion just outside the city, followed by clouds of thick smoke. The first such incident frightened the citizens, but then explosions, almost went with implosions.
Everyone imploded.
And smoke became an everyday occurrence. Soon everyone grew used to it. Father explains that the miners are using new invention called gunpowder. It makes it easier for them to reach the precious stones and metals buried deep within the earth. Then one day, a thunderous explosion rocks the city, and black, billowing smoke covers the houses. People are stuck in their homes, the windows tightly shut. The air is impossible to breathe. Nathan coughs all the time. He's got the black lung.
No.
Gloria and you cough only when nobody is watching. If Mother hears it, she makes you inhale those hot herbal vapors just like Nathan. So it seems like a post-COVID freaking attitude.
Yeah, right.
Like, nobody don't hear you cough.
You can only cough quietly by yourself. And if I hear you coughing, I'm going to make you drink tea or something.
It takes 2 days for the black smoke to disperse. People pour out into the streets and to meet their friends. Tomas is eager to share everything he knows about the incident with you.
They took lots of burnt-up people to the city temple. Mom told me she was helping the healers.
There were many rumors. Some claim it was the work of the beast stirred from its slumber, while others say that it's surviving witches that continue to threaten the order of the Empire with their accursed powers. But as for you, you patiently wait for your father to come back home, and then you'll ask him about it. Father spends day and night working in the prefecture, while Mother spends all her time in prayer. It takes a full week for Father to finally come home, and he's almost completely spent. You muster enough courage during the dinner to ask him what happened outside the city. Father raises his head, his face as a bleak, weary mask, and starts muttering his proclamation. It's almost as if he doesn't see you. God damn it. It's time. It's the, oops, I said time instead of mine.
It's time to duel.
It's the mine outside the city. They were trying to get to a vein of the ore. There was an explosion. The mine caved in, and the whole black smoke started flowing. Many workers died there. It's all because of Count Il Velasco. What's with these names? Who called the mines, wanted them to start mining that vein before they were ready. Some of the workers weren't even reborn. Perhaps the twins thought their final time has come. The prefecture has been inundated with complaints. I hate how I said that. from families that have lost their breadwinners, asking the judges for help. Many people also lost their cattle to this black smoke. Count El Velasco blames gunpowder for the disaster. The prefecture and the newspapers also hate how I said that. Just repeat whatever he says, but it's plain old greed and tyranny of the noblemen that are to blame. Why the welfare of the province is always paid with commoner lives. Then without warning, he grows silent again. You keep thinking about it for days. Can a human life really end so easily? Yes, yours ended twice.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're 10 years old and we've died twice already.
A single moment of bad luck and you die, only to re-emerge in the temple or family crypt with a new black mark on your arm. Or worse, you remain where you fell, dead, never to be reborn again. Ever.
Oh, our order went down by 1.
Inner peace went down, but our wealth of Magro. So
cool.
Our knowledge of Magro went up.
The welfare of the province and its population. Okay.
Oh, the
all right.
Magro, okay.
Yeah.
It's a little choppy right now. Load faster.
Oh, you can do it.
Too pixelated.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, there we go.
During lunch, Father tells you to stay home in the evening and prepare to meet some important guests. Your elder brother Stefan will return home by dinner tonight. Joining him will be your grandfather Gregor Brante, as well as a noble friend of the family. I don't know why I stopped there and was like trying to remember who Gregor is. And then I remember,
yeah, he's our
crazy grandfather just before that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You are excited about your brother's return. It has been years since you last saw him. How has he changed during his years away from home? I said that in the weirdest.
E.T. phone
Yeah.
home.
I was like, I am thinking as well as reading, so I've got to slow down so I can think faster. Anyways, you and father await the gate. You and father await the guests anxiously. I tried to say guest and anxious, and it came out gay. So I paused.
Oh, you and father await the gay. Jeez Louise, man.
The doorbell rings. 3 people are standing outside. Grandfather is the first to come in, naturally. He has not changed a bit since his last visit. He's still eyeing the house with contempt, looking at for any reason to demean it. Grandfather is followed by a strange. I'm gonna start that sentence over again because grandfather's followed by a stately young man. Okay, that's a weird word to use.
It is a stately young man.
Stately young man dressed in the jacket embroidered in silver, whom you barely recognize as your brother. Stefan casts a glance at the threadbare clothes, your dirty fingernails, and smirks. The last to enter the house is a personable gentleman with a worn-out, wrinkled face. You have heard a lot about this man from your father and grandfather. He is Baron Augustin L. Barn, Stefan's uncle, a family friend of the province's prefect, which means he is the head of the judge. That he is the head judge of the head of the judge. So the judge is a separate person that he just
He's just his head.
It's like he's the Megazord's head.
Oh
So
my
he's
god,
the
right?
head judge.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, going back. Head judge of and thus father superior. So L. Bourne smiles slightly and offers you his hand in marriage.
Do you want me to be this character, or do you want to be the character?
And this must be the younger son, Brante, yes? You have your father's eyes, young man. Father bows slightly to his grandfather and Sir L. Bourne. But there is a moment of quiet when Stefan's turn comes. Father reaches out to him awkwardly, expecting an embrace. There is a question in Stefan's eyes as he looks at his grandfather. The old man shakes his head almost imperceptibly. I am this guy, and he starts
Yeah, you are
this.
Yeah.
We noblemen ought to put our emotions on this public display, Father, not inform. Make the separation.
I think that voice fits perfectly with what he looks like. Like, look at that face right there. Little doofy little face.
There is no embrace. Instead, Stefan nods to his father curtly. He responds in kind, his face devoid of emotion. After the greeting, you proceed to sitting through the sitting room. Shit. I was sitting on the floor, sitting room. L. Bourne is the first to enter. He kisses mother's hand, and Gloria's too, and tussles Nathan's hair after he sees him hiding in by the table. Grandfather acknowledges them with a glum nod. Greetings, Lydia Brante. I remember you were kind to me when I was but a child. And you must be Nathan. You could barely walk when I saw you last. Your elder brother ignores Gloria completely, not even a greeting. You proceed to the dining room in a dignified manner and take your seats. The dishes, I thought tea for some reason, the dishes smell delicious, but they merely punctuate the overwhelming tension at the table. Okay, I can read fast when I'm like, all right, my thinking is going with what I'm reading. But as soon as I'm like, hey, this sounds off, I start reading slower. So if you ever notice that, it's because I'm thinking at the same time I'm reading, and then I'll make more mistakes. Okay.
Aww.
at the table. Elborn is the only one with a friendly smile on his face. Elborn.
The dinner is splendid, Lydia. Did you choose the dishes yourself? You have a truly refined palate. It warms my heart to know Stefan spent his early years with you. Womanly care always does a child good, no matter the estate.
Your fort freezes in the air halfway to your mouth. You expect many things from a noble of the sword, but the words of praise for a low-born woman are not one of them. Interesting thought process there. You cast a glance at grandfather. He looks like he's about to choke on those words.
It would do my grandson more good to stay at boarding school among his equals.
Please, Gregor.
It's like the same voice.
Pretty much is. Well, they're supposed to be like, what, brothers?
I have no idea.
Somehow.
Parenting is no less important. Nothing can replace a mother's love. I cannot deny it.
It saddens me greatly that my late sister could not be there to raise Stefan. Oh yeah, they kind of related.
Somewhat.
Not.
Like,
But there is still a family for him, and he was surrounded by love.
How could that be so bad?
And besides, his father was by his side all the while. A father's example is always the best. After all, Robert earned the judge's rank the same way you did. Your grandson will surely follow in your footsteps, and who knows? Perhaps even the younger men of this Brante family will contribute to the...
You clumsy, low-born cretin.
Everybody is startled by this sudden outburst. Grandfather's face turns red. He is glaring at the young lady. I was thinking younger, the one in death. Anyways.
oh.
Yeah. You're like, wait a minute. No. Servant holding a pitcher over the glass. Stefan is sitting right next to her, dabbing a napkin on the fresh stain on his jacket.
Whoa, no way! She's dabbing right now?
Begone this instant. Get your dabbing piece of shit out of here.
The lady servant runs away, leaving the pitcher on the small table up by the door. After a quiet moment, Elborn smiles again.
It appears the servant has left us, yet dinner is far from over.
Worry not, Uncle. There are enough commoners at this table to keep us served with your food and drink. Stefan glares at Gloria across the table. She's sitting right next to you. She shrinks down and hunches over under the gaze. Gaze. Weird. Anyways. Fuck.
I thought you just like cut out for a second. I was like, is he gonna make a sound?
I was stuck under the stupid last sentence and I'm like, can't stop thinking about it. Fuck. Father furrows his brows. Mother covers her mouth with trembling hands. Grandfather sneers. Stefan's gaze does not move. The silence lasts far too long. Then she starts to rise from her chair.
If the brand gentleman so wish it.
I don't know what her voice is, so that's gonna be her voice now.
Your hands clench at the fist under the table. How can he bring himself to humiliate his own family? His own mother and sister are like this. His own mother and sister are like this? It is all grandfather's doing. Stefan can not even bring himself to embrace father without his permission. And yet they are noblemen, and they have the right to act this way. If there was any way this dinner can become more unbearable, you do not want to see it.
All right, choice time, dude. Do we
Insult your brother.
insult our brother? You step out of line and insult Stefan for what he has done. Our ingenuity goes up by 1. Stefan's relationship goes down. And Gloria's goes up by 1. Or Do we make small talk over dinner? Nobility goes up by 1 and Gregor Brant goes up by 1. Or do we join Gloria in her plight, in which our willpower will go up by 10, but Gloria will also go up by 1.
So
You rise from the
Gloria's-
table and help your sister wait on your family. So Gloria is our sister.
Okay.
Yes. So basically, like, yeah, the women of the household are kind of getting shit on right now, a little bit.
Yeah.
So we have a choice of, defending our sister, right, and being kind of an asshole to our brother. Well, insulting our brother for being an asshole. We'll get the bad blood Stefan Brante relation, which might unlock something later potentially. I don't really know. Or it's gonna screw us over. I have no idea. Or we make small talk and our uncle or our grandfather, who's kind of a shitty person, likes us a little bit more. So I'm kind of impartial to that. Or we join Gloria in her plight and we help her. Our willpower goes up. It's at 0 right now.
I'm thinking we should get the willpower.
I'm thinking we should too.
Because what's the first one again?
Insult the brother, our ingenuity goes up by 1, and
Okay.
our relationship with her goes up by 1. Stefan Brant goes down in relationship, and we also unlock some bad blood with him.
Either insult your brother or join Gloria in a plight.
Yeah.
I'm more willing to get willpower.
Me too, because willpower means we can do more things, right? And I don't think it's really worth it to just get bad blood. I don't know what it is, but it's probably just going to be like, oh, our brother's a dick. So, like, I don't know. I just feel like we shouldn't be making enemies of the family right now. I mean, we're 10 years old and we've already died twice. Like, yeah, I don't know. You want to go with this one? Join Gloria in her plight?
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. And boom. You deliberate for a moment, then take the napkin off your lap and rise to join Gloria. A moment later, you hear the sound of another chair moving. Your mother joins you. The three of you now refill glasses, serve food, and clear away dirty dishes. Sir Elborn tries to make small talk with father, but in vain, so he focuses his attention on grandfather and Stefan. Grandfather is pleased to inform him of Stefan's achievements at the boarding school, especially his exemplary sword fighting skills. He constantly stresses the importance of your elder brother for the future of the family. You listen to him dispassionately as you continue serving new dishes to the table. As you wait at the nobleman's table, you, your sister, and mother never bump into each other. Your labor is impeccable. Grandfather could not have found fault with it even if he tried. Your shoulders are back are aching. But being a manservant inside your own house hurts even more. When the guests finally leave, Mother and Gloria embrace you with relief. You did not neglect your relatives and shared their humiliation. And the composure that you have shown gave you new strength. Cool, we ended up, we're at +2 with her right now.
That's
cool.
Sympathy.
Yeah, man. And we got some willpower. Dude, we're full of power, man. Look at that. We're just full of power right now. That's great. I feel like I got the Triforce of Power right now. And we become
11:29.
Ganondorf. Yeah, man. 11:29, and guess what, Brent? It's next time on this game.
Yep.
Yeah. So, anyways, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Do the things you do for everyone else, but do it for us. Do it for this dropped handkerchief that we're probably going to have to pick up or something. I feel like it's
dry.
It's probably hot and dry. Oh, it says right there. Well, no, that's a hot, dry wind. It doesn't mean the handkerchief is
Blow it
hot
through the
and dry.
handkerchief.
Oh, I mean, I guess. I feel like that would just hurt, like a hot, dry handkerchief. Like, if you blow your nose into that, it's just gonna hurt your nose more.
Is that how you spell handkerchief?